with recovery, what was one of the biggest lessons that you learned that you were connecting to? And I guess I'm assuming you'd lots of time to sit and reflect and figure out where and what you're going to do with your life. What were you thinking during this time?
Honestly, I had no idea what was going to come next in life. I mean, my goals before all this happened were to, maybe expand the store more and to be making $100,000 a year by my 30th birthday. Like that was what was in my head. And now, like while I'm laying in the bed in the rehab hospital, my goals were to like tie my shoes. That's how vastly your life changes. And then I figured out how to do that. So I was like, okay, now it's on to the next one. So then I was like, I want to be able to, master wheelchair skills. I would already ask questions like, am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to be able to travel? Am I going to always need somebody to help me? Am I going to be able to drive by myself? And the answers to all of those things were yes. You might have to do them a little differently than you did before, but you can still do them. And I think that was enough to kind of feed the fire inside of me to just keep going and figure all this out. So about 6 weeks later, was able to return home. I lived in the basement at my house while it was renovated. I had moved out of my parents' house already. I had bought my own house just like 9 months before this happened. Thankfully, was able to go back to that house because I always think it would have been terrible to have to like try to sell a house and find a new house. And I continue with outpatient therapy for probably the next 10 or 11 months so I could build up strength and in my upper body and learn wheelchair skills. And that September of that first year, the community really was awesome and had a big fundraiser and raised enough money to buy a car equipped with hand controls so I could, start the drive and then truly try to figure out what was next. But I honestly didn't know at that point because for my whole adult working career was in the jewelry industry.
This has been a clip of the Born to Be a Scout podcast. To catch the rest of this episode and any other episode or post, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at Born to Be a Scout podcast, or look out for full episodes on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. If you are a scout who would like to take your leadership in scouting or even your future business career to the next level, be sure to check out NYLT Leadership Academy this summer and Leadership Heights at the 2026 National Scout Jamboree. In the meantime, be sure to lead your own adventure.